Ever wondered what happened to your favorite rock and roll stars from the past? Today we are diving into the lives of 35 legendary musicians who are now around 95 years old. Some stories will inspire you while others might break your heart. Stay tuned because you won't believe what these icons are facing in their twilight years. Number 35. Frankie Valli. The term legend is often reserved for those who have achieved remarkable feats in their field, and Frankie Valli unquestionably fits that description. Standing at just 5 feet 4 inches, Valli's powerful and distinctive falsetto voice has graced some of the most memorable hits of the 1960s and beyond, including Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Can't Take My Eyes Off You. Over a career spanning more than 6 decades, Valli has enjoyed immense success with the Four Seasons, sold millions of records, and inspired the Broadway hit Jersey Boys, which chronicles his journey and that of his bandmates. However, Valli's life has not been without tragedy. In 1980, he faced the heart-wrenching loss of his daughter Francine, who passed away from a drug overdose. This profound grief cast a shadow over his life, a reminder that even fame and fortune cannot fully heal personal pain. Number 34. Petula Clark. Petula Clark, whose career spans over 7 decades, has left an indelible mark on pop culture with timeless hits like Downtown and Don't Sleep in the Subway. Now 91, Clark reflects on her career with pride, but also candidly acknowledges the challenges she has faced. In 2013, Clark spoke about her struggles with depression, which she faced during a difficult personal period. The pressures of fame and balancing a bustling career with motherhood took a toll on her, and she bravely sought medical help to address her mental health. Number 33. Pat Boone. Born June 1, 1934 in Jacksonville, Florida, Pat Boone became a prominent figure in the 1950s with his clean-cut image and smooth pop hits. His success was marked by a series of popular songs, but Boone's career was not without controversy. His sanitized versions of rock and roll songs, originally performed by African-American artists, drew criticism for diluting the original's energy and authenticity. Boone's persona was sometimes blamed for the perceived decline of rock and roll's raw edge during the late 1950s and early 1960s, a period marked by significant cultural shifts. Number 32. Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson, a legendary figure in country music, has enjoyed a storied career marked by both success and personal tragedy. Nelson's life has been marked by significant losses, including the death of his mother, Merle M. Harvey, to cancer in 1983, and a severe financial crisis in the 1990s when the IRS seized his assets due to unpaid taxes. This crisis led to the loss of his ranch, recording studio, and many instruments. Nelson has also endured the loss of his children, including his son Billy, who died by suicide in 1991, and his daughter Renee. Despite these hardships, Nelson's resilience and enduring talent have cemented his place as a country music icon. Number 31. Kris Kristofferson. Born Christopher Kristofferson on June 22, 1936, in Brownsville, Texas, Kris Kristofferson is a celebrated country music Hall of Famer known for his remarkable versatility as an artist. His health challenges began in the late 1990s, starting with triple bypass surgery in 1999. Kristofferson also faced complications from Lyme disease, which was initially misdiagnosed. His wife revealed that the disease had a significant impact on his health, including memory issues. Additionally, Kristofferson contended with several other ailments, such as sleep apnea, knee pain, arrhythmias, and anemia, which further complicated his health during this period. Number 30. Neil Sedaka. Neil Sedaka's life story reads like a Hollywood script. Born into a challenging start, including a dramatic birth scenario where his mother allegedly tried to abort him while on a roller coaster, Sedaka faced numerous obstacles throughout his career. Despite a rocky beginning, Sedaka's determination led him to significant success at a young age. His mother, Eleanor, became his manager, but was notoriously controlling and mismanaged his finances, which caused a rift between them. After a year-long estrangement, the mother and son eventually reconciled. By the time Eleanor passed away at 89, Sedaka had come to terms with their complicated relationship and cherished their bond. Number 29. Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr, Renowned as a member of the Beatles alongside Paul McCartney, John Lennon, and George Harrison, is one of the most famous and wealthiest drummers in history. After the Beatles disbanded in 1970, Starr struggled with alcoholism and drug addiction, losing significant time to these issues. He sought treatment for his addiction in 1988 and has been sober ever since, marking over 3 decades of recovery. Number 28. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, the legendary singer and songwriter behind classic hits like The Times They Are A-Changin' and Like a Rolling Stone, remains a powerful presence in music. Despite his continued success, Dylan faced health challenges related to his past habits. In a 1966 interview, he candidly discussed his early struggles with heroin as he began to gain fame. Dylan's resilience and ongoing career reflect his enduring influence and adaptability in the music world. Number 27. Paul Simon. Paul Simon, born October 13, 1941, in Newark, New Jersey, is a rock and roll legend known for his work as one half of the iconic duo Simon and Garfunkel. Despite his musical success, Simon has faced significant personal struggles. He has battled low self-confidence and depression, seeking help from psychiatrists on multiple occasions. In 1984, he reflected on his struggles, acknowledging that his public persona often masked his inner turmoil. He considered retirement from touring, citing the strain of being away from his family as a major factor. Number 26. Art Garfunkel. Art Garfunkel, Simon and Garfunkel's other half, is renowned for his vocal talents and the duo's enduring impact on popular music. However, Garfunkel experienced a serious health crisis during a Simon and Garfunkel reunion tour in the USA. Mid-performance, Garfunkel suddenly lost his ability to sing, leading to immediate concern. He was diagnosed with partial paralysis of his vocal cords, which forced him to withdraw from the tour and take significant time off to recover. Number 25. Carole King. Carole King is celebrated as one of the most successful female songwriters of the 20th century, with an illustrious career spanning both the USA and the UK. Despite her success, King faced profound personal challenges, including turbulent marriages and a traumatic relationship marked by verbal and physical abuse. Her second marriage was particularly damaging, with her husband's mental illness and drug addiction leading to a period of significant personal suffering. Number 24. Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, co-founder of the Beach Boys, is known for his exceptional musical talent and his struggles with mental illness. In 1964, Wilson experienced a nervous breakdown, which led him to step away from touring and focus on songwriting and production. His mental health issues worsened in the late 1960s, compounded by seclusion, overeating, and drug abuse. In the 1980s, Wilson entered a controversial partnership with his psychologist, Eugene Landy, which led to a relaunch of his solo career. He distanced himself from Landy in 1991 and resumed touring as a solo artist until 2022. Number 23. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger, the iconic lead singer of the Rolling Stones, has been a central figure in rock music for over 5 decades. His personal life has also garnered significant attention, including his high-profile relationships. Tragically, Jagger was deeply affected by the suicide of his longtime girlfriend and acclaimed designer, Lorraine Scott, who passed away in 2014. Jagger's response to this loss was one of profound grief, reflecting the emotional toll it took on him. Number 22. Roger Waters. Roger Waters, co-founder of Pink Floyd, is known for his role as the band's lyricist, co-lead vocalist, and conceptual leader. Following Syd Barrett's departure in 1968, Waters became the principal writer for the band's best-known material. After leaving Pink Floyd in 1985, Waters' departure led to a prolonged and public feud with his former bandmates, particularly David Gilmour. The discord has resulted in ongoing legal battles and limited reunions, reflecting the deep divisions within the band. Number 21. Steve Miller. Steve Miller, the renowned blues and rock guitarist, has had a career marked by both success and struggles. Despite his achievements, Miller has faced numerous challenges within the music industry. Known for his cautious approach, He famously turned down multiple record deals before finding one that met his terms. Miller's wariness of industry pitfalls and his insistence on controlling his own career have been key to his success. His bands have never played gigs at discounted rates, reflecting his negotiating strategy of saying no when necessary. As he put it in a recent interview with The Washington Post, "I had to put all of my archives in a database for his latest project. Welcome to the vault." Number 20. Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell, an iconoclastic and influential figure in music, has had a career spanning nearly 6 decades. In her youth, Mitchell faced a significant personal challenge when she became pregnant after a brief relationship with artist Brad McMath. Fearing her parents' reaction, she moved to Toronto, gave birth, and placed her daughter Kelly Dale Anderson for adoption, a decision that profoundly impacted her life and music. Mitchell's embrace of the free love movement and relationships with high-profile figures like David Crosby, Graham Nash, and James Taylor marked her turbulent love life. In 1975, she struggled with cocaine addiction, which led to bouts of insomnia. Her health was further compromised in March 2015 when she suffered a severe brain aneurysm, leading to her hospitalization in intensive care. Number 19. Keith Richards. Richards of the Rolling Stones is as famous for his tumultuous personal life as for his music. Known for his extensive drug use, Richards only gave up cocaine after a serious accident in 2006 when he fell from a tree while foraging for coconuts, requiring brain surgery. The loss of his 10-year-old son Tara in 1976 nearly drove him to suicide, but performing with the band helped him through his darkest moments. Richards reflects on aging with a touch of humor and resilience, acknowledging, "I feel perfectly fine. I feel no different," and remains active in performing. Number 18. Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page, the legendary guitarist of Led Zeppelin, has a storied career filled with both acclaim and controversy. Page's fame attracted many admirers, including young groupies. Notably, Page pursued a relationship with Lori Maddox, a 14-year-old at the time, while he was 28. Page's talent as a guitarist is widely recognized, and he has been influential in shaping rock music. When asked about his judgment of guitar playing, he modestly acknowledges, "Yeah, I'm pretty good judge," though he remains introspective about his past actions. Number 17. Buddy Guy, a seminal figure in Chicago blues, has significantly influenced the guitarists who followed him, including Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and Stevie Ray Vaughan. His life, like the blues he plays, has been a mix of joy and pain. Guy reflects on his journey, saying, "When I told myself how to play, I looked and said, 'Oh man, if you love it, you're going to be the only one who can do it.'" Number 16. Chubby Checker. Chubby Checker rocketed to fame in 1960 with his hit single, "The Twist," which became a defining dance craze of the era. Despite his initial success, Checker has often reflected on how The Twist overshadowed his nightclub career, though he capitalized on its popularity. Today, Checker is still active, performing the iconic dance and even selling beef jerky. His enthusiasm for The Twist remains undiminished, and he continues to celebrate its impact on music and dance. Number 15. Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick, born December 12, 1940, is a celebrated figure in pop, R&B, and gospel music. Throughout her career, Warwick has experienced both significant success and financial difficulties. She filed for bankruptcy due to over $10 million in tax debt, a result of years of financial mismanagement. Despite these challenges, Warwick remains a notable figure in the music industry. Reflecting on her career, she acknowledges a period of personal transformation, saying, "I was becoming a mommy during the disco era." Number 14. Grace Slick. Grace Slick, the dynamic frontwoman of Jefferson Airplane and later Jefferson Starship, had a tumultuous career marked by both success and controversy. In 1978, Slick's behavior during a concert in Germany, including an alcohol-fueled tantrum and erratic actions, led to her departure from the band. After a period of sobriety and self-reflection, she chose to step away from the stage and focus on creating art at her Malibu home. Reflecting on her career, she expressed her belief that societal issues could be addressed through changes like legalizing marijuana and taxing it heavily. Number 13. Bobby Rush. Bobby Rush, a prolific blues and R&B musician, has had a remarkable career spanning over 7 decades. Despite facing numerous personal and professional challenges, including a gas explosion, a bus crash, a prison sentence, and racial discrimination, Rush has persevered. He experienced significant personal loss, including the deaths of several family members, but has continued to perform and honor the legacy of blues greats like Muddy Waters and B.B. King. Rush remains a powerful voice in the music world, reflecting on his life and career with resilience and gratitude. Number 12. Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono, widely known for her marriage to John Lennon, has often been cast in the shadow of her late husband. Her relationship with Lennon was a significant factor in the disbanding of the Beatles, and she has faced criticism and controversy throughout her career. Ono took a break from her work to focus on her family, returning to the public eye after Lennon's tragic assassination. Following his death, Ono went into seclusion but re-emerged in the late 1980s. Reflecting on her career, she acknowledges, "It doesn't happen twice, you know." Number 11. Roger Daltrey. Roger Daltrey, born in England, is best known as the charismatic frontman of The Who. His journey began in a modest setting, where he crafted his first guitar by hand toward the end of World War II. Daltrey has worn many hats throughout his life: sheet metal worker, actor portraying Franz Liszt, trout farmer, and a dedicated advocate for the Teenage Cancer Trust charity. His powerful voice has brought Pete Townshend's lyrics to life for over 5 decades while navigating the turbulence of one of rock's most volatile bands. Number 10. Pete Townshend. Pete Townshend, the iconic guitarist and songwriter of The Who, has faced a tumultuous and challenging life. His childhood was marked by hardship and instability, with a turbulent family life and a painful experience with an abusive grandmother. In a 1993 interview with Rolling Stone, Townshend reflected on his difficult early years and the impact on his life and work. Despite facing legal issues, including an arrest on suspicion of possessing child pornography, Townshend was later cleared of all charges. He explained that the investigation related to research for his autobiography. Despite these trials, he has remained a defining figure in rock history, though he acknowledges that The Who's classic lineup is a thing of the past. Number 9. Ian Hunter. Ian Hunter, born in 1939, has carved out a distinguished place in rock history as the leader of Mott the Hoople and a successful solo artist. His career, spanning over 7 decades, reflects a deep engagement with the evolving landscape of rock and roll. From his early days in Hamburg to the shifting trends of rock and psychedelia, Hunter's journey has been both varied and impactful. Despite financial struggles and avoiding the draft, he has remained a resilient and influential figure in music, continuing to create new work and reflect on the changing nature of rock. Number 8. Randy Newman. Randy Newman, an acclaimed American composer and singer, is renowned for his work on film scores for movies like The Princess and the Frog, Meet the Parents, and the Pixar classics, such as Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., and Cars. His unique songwriting style often explores themes of racism, societal issues, and personal struggles. In recent years, Newman has faced personal challenges, including the end of his 18-year marriage and the loss of his mother. His music, such as in Dixie Flyer and Land of Dreams, reveals the deep emotional and existential reflections shaped by his early life in the Deep South. Number 7. Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's impact on music and pop culture in the latter half of the 20th century is immense, largely due to his role in the Beatles. The death of his mother from breast cancer in 1956 deeply affected him, and he faced a similar tragedy when his wife Linda succumbed to the same disease in 1998. After Linda's passing, McCartney married Heather Mills, with whom he had a daughter, Beatrice. Their marriage ended in a highly publicized divorce after 6 years. Despite these personal struggles, McCartney has continued to influence and inspire through his music. Reflecting on his emotional performances, he notes the significance of singing with his old bandmates and the enduring emotional connection to his work. Number 6. John Cale. John Cale, a Welsh musician and producer, is best known for his role as a founding member of the Velvet Underground and his solo career. Cale's early life was marked by illness, as he contracted tuberculosis and was treated with opium-laced medication, which contributed to his later struggles with heroin. His musical career has been shaped by these early experiences, influencing his experimental approach. Cale has also been open about discussing difficult subjects, and his candidness is evident in his interviews, where he reflects on the challenges of navigating personal and professional struggles. Number 5. George Clinton. George Clinton, a pioneering figure in funk music, is celebrated alongside James Brown and Sly Stone for his innovative contributions to the genre. Growing up in Plainfield, New Jersey, Clinton's career began with Motown Records in the 1960s. He has experienced the highs and lows of fame, acknowledging the transient nature of success and the importance of maintaining perspective. Clinton's resilience and adaptability are evident in his approach to music and his ability to stay relevant over the decades, even as the spotlight has shifted. Number 4. Ray Davies. Ray Davies, the frontman of the Kinks, faced a personal crisis in 1973 when his wife Rasa left him, taking their 2 daughters. This period of despair led Davies to a suicide attempt, which he survived after a stomach pump. He later described this low point as a turning moment that spurred him to rebuild his life. Despite the personal turmoil, Davies reunited with his brother and continued to lead the Kinks until 1996. His ability to overcome such challenges and persist in his career speaks to his resilience and dedication to music. Number 3. John Anderson. John Anderson's musical career began in 1962 with his brother Tony in the band The Warriors. He gained prominence as the frontman of the progressive rock band Yes, where his ethereal voice and visionary approach shaped the band's influential sound over 5 decades. In his early years, Anderson experimented with rock and roll lifestyles, including smoking and a brief encounter with cocaine, but remained focused on his music. In May 2008, Anderson faced a significant health crisis due to a severe asthma attack, leading to a series of health challenges throughout the year. This ultimately resulted in Yes replacing him with new vocalists Benno and John Davison. Despite these difficulties, Anderson continues to express his passion for Yes music and its significance in his life. Number 2. Eric Burdon. Eric Burdon, former lead vocalist of The Animals and War, is celebrated as one of the most distinctive voices of the British invasion. Known for his powerful blues rock vocals, Burdon's life is marked by wild stories and adventurous experiences. Notable moments include shocking Jim Morrison with a game of Russian roulette, dropping acid with Janis Joplin at the Fillmore, and his close associations with Jimi Hendrix and John Lee Hooker. His 1960s escapades, including a memorable first acid trip at a James Brown concert, contribute to his legendary status in rock history. Burdon's life offstage was as eventful as his performances, making him a colorful and intriguing figure in music. Number 1. Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn is a towering figure in country music, known for her prolific songwriting and powerful voice, which earned her 16 number-1 hits over nearly 7 decades. However, her life has been marked by profound personal tragedies. In 1963, she lost her friend and mentor, Patsy Cline, in a plane crash. The death of her son Jack Benny in 1984 and her husband Oliver Mooney Lynn in 1996, coupled with further losses, such as her daughter Bee Sue in 2013 and her son Jeffrey in 2016, cast a shadow over her life. Her tumultuous marriage to Mooney, characterized by his alcoholism and infidelity, added to her struggles. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow music lovers, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars. Until next time, keep rocking.